Pat Russell, the Army veteran, calls him into the center of the ring for the final instructions.
Right here, there's the line, hip line to hip line.
There it is, this is high right here, hip line to hip line. 12 rounds, the WBO final eliminator. Touch him up, good luck, buena suerte.
All right, so we're set to go. The Colonel Bob Sheridan here, Timothy Bradley's with us, and Larry Merchant. We're glad wherever you're watching around the world that you can be with us here at the Forum in Inglewood, California. Mike Alvarado, 34-2, 23 knockouts. Here we go. Both of them have black trunks on. Alvarado, the guy with the tattoos, and he has the American flag down one side of his pants and the Mexican flag down the right side of his pants if you don't know these fighters. I don't know how you could not know them, but just in case. Marquez, a smaller man, 2 inches shorter, a little bit lighter, and he's giving away 5 inches in reach to Mike Alvarado. Let's see if Alvarado can take advantage of that reach.
Well, I think it looks from his body language, Tim, that that's his first priority. Let's see if my size makes any difference before I decide that I've got to put the pressure on him.
Right, it's a fill-out round. The first round is normally a fill-out round. See what the guy has, and that's what these guys are doing. Take a look at each other.
Set up right in front of each other. Marquez comes in, catches him with a light right hand across the nose. Cuts loose with the right hand, does Juan Manuel Marquez. Now don't be fooled by the crowd here, because anything that Marquez does, the crowd will roar, anything. And here we can tell you sometimes when the punches are short and the crowd goes bazonk, because they're not really landing punches, as probably was the case with that last shot. But the crowd is very enthusiastically behind Juan Manuel Marquez. Alvarado really hasn't opened up here in the early going.
Looks a little tight.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah, he's not relaxed at all.
And he also doesn't have much of a sweat worked up on him. Short with those punches again is Marquez.
It's so interesting to us fight degenerates, watching the evolution of Marquez. He used to be strictly a boxer, then more of a counter-puncher, harder counter-puncher. And here you see if he has to, he'll just take the lead.
Absolutely.
As he's doing in this round. Nice right hand, snapped the head that time of Alvarado. Alvarado comes back with a right hand of his own. Body shot downstairs.
Marquez will take this pace all night long.
All night long. Usual 35 to 40 punches a round.
Which is more right now than Alvarado's doing as a bell ends. All right, here we go. Round number 2 at the Forum in Los Angeles. Juan Manuel Marquez to the right of your screen. To the left of your screen is Mike Alvarado. Alvarado, clearly the bigger man in there, both in height and in reach. But the heavier punches were landed in the first round by Marquez. Probably 3 or 4 punches landed with some pretty good pop on them. Alvarado misses again with his left hook.
I'm wondering what is Alvarado's game plan right now, because I really don't know what he's trying to do right now.
Well, the first round, we talked about a feeling out round, and now he's trying to pick up the pace a little bit more.
Now, okay. Yeah. He's opening up a little bit more now.
But at the time you asked that question,
right.
I was thinking the same thing, Timothy. What's he going to do here? Mike is moving, sliding around to his left, then he stops, sets up right in front of the guy. Marquez feints inside, doesn't get Alvarado to move, so he throws the left hook. Right hand. It's clear to me that Marquez has got quicker hands. Timothy, why is he so conservative in the early going? He doesn't seem to want to mix it up with this guy. I mean, when this is stage early in the fight, you want to, certainly present your will against this guy?
Because Marquez is a very seasoned veteran, very smart, and he has dynamite in both hands. So he's being cautious in there right now. That's the reason why.
Marquez lands a shot, quickness of the hands again. Things are not going particularly well at this stage for Mike Alvarado. It's early going with a little less than a minute in round number 2. But he's being outboxed at this point by the seasoned vet and future Hall of Famer Juan Manuel Marquez.
Mike sooner or later is going to have to take a chance and do what Mike does and what got Mike to the top. And that's applying pressure, throwing lots of punches, and landing big shots. Stand on the outside like this, he's not going to have any success.
He'll never be able to outbox this guy at this.
No. He's allowing Marquez to do whatever he wants.
And the way he's holding his gloves up so high, Tim, it's almost like he's still fighting the Provodnikov.
Right.
It's still planted in his mind, and he doesn't want to get hit like that.
Right.
But the less hitting he does, the more hitting he's going to get.
I completely agree with you on that, man. Completely.
All right, we go to round number 3. Nacho Barristan, we understand, in the corner of Juan Manuel Marquez to be sharp with his responses. Well, he certainly has been. A little bit of puffiness around the eyes of Alvarado already, and we're only in the 3rd round. Alvarado continues to wait. That time he moves in without throwing a punch, and he gets countered by the master counterpuncher, Marquez. Mike went head-hunting that time, but he missed his shot hard with the left hand. Wow with the left hand, and then the counterpunch again by Marquez, but it didn't land. Those taking on the gloves. Right hand, left hand to the body by Marquez. Solid shots, too. Boy, Alvarado is not doing anything.
I mean, he's stepping inside, but he's getting the distance, but he's not throwing any punches.
Well, he loaded up that shot, but it went sailing over the head of Marquez.
He has to work the body.
Yeah, it looks like he wants to try something, but he's not quite sure how to get it done. He'd like to get inside, but how do I do it without paying too high a price?
Right.
On the other hand, does he think that he can just land one big shot and turn this thing around instantaneously? Not likely with Marquez.
I think he's trying to be cautious with his approach. He's walking him down now. He's closed the distance a little bit. Now all he has to do is find the range and let his hands go.
Again, to me, Tim, it's obvious the quickness of the hands of Marquez. Why, the book on him is such a great counterpuncher, although he's certainly been offensive-minded in this fight through the first 2 rounds and 2 minutes of this round.
Oh, yeah. Because Alvarado's not doing anything but sitting in front of him.
There's a nice combination. One solid right hand landed by Marquez in the middle of that. Mike, wait. Huffy by the right eye already. Whatever Mike's idea is, it's not working to this point. Waiting. Big left hook that time, but didn't quite catch Marquez.
Headbutt, watch your hair. Headbutt, no cut. Headbutt.
Closing seconds now of the 3rd round.
Well, instead of making Marquez look too old, he's taking 10 years off of his life the way he's fighting. When you have a veteran or old fighter, the opponent can make him look 10 years older or 10 years younger.
Right.
Depending on how he fights.
Exactly.
Well, you called it. He's looking 10 years younger.
10 years younger right now.
We get ready to go to 4. The Colonel Bob Sheridan with Larry Merchant and Timothy Bradley. All right, here we go, round 4. Alvarado to the left of your screen. Now he opens up with something with the left hook. Caught the head of Marquez. Marquez now to the left of your screen. And now Alvarado seems to want to pick it up a little bit here. Mile high on the back of the trunks of Alvarado. He's from Denver, Colorado, the Mile High City. Jab, jab, left hook. Mike goes fishing with the right hand, missed his left going in, so the right hand wasn't there. Feinted right, missed with the left hook.
Again, one punch at a time, and if you're throwing one punch at a time, you better make them count, and he hasn't made them count.
One punch at a time is not going to do it.
Combination of punches by Marquez. All 3 of them landed.
Got him with a little stuff on the inside. That's where Alvarado has to be, right
That's
there.
where he needs to go.
Right in his chest, right there.
Well, look who's getting off first again, Marquez. Mike almost paused with the heel of his hand forward. Marquez right back throwing hard punches. Spins out of there.
Well, he knows what he has to do now, that you can see.
Right.
He knows that whatever it was he was trying before wasn't working.
Well, first of all, that right hand that he's throwing over the top keeps missing. He needs to bring that right uppercut.
Good jab.
Mike Alvarado.
And another decent jab by Alvarado. You didn't see it, we were cutting the camera switch there, but it was a nice second jab. Mike goes with that right hand lead. Needs to do more stuff like this. He's got to get this guy off his very comfortable fight plan right now. Look at this. Man.
Well, he did block most of those shots because he has his gloves high, but he's got to let those gloves go.
He needs to let him go right after. If he wants to influence the judges.
I mean, if this is going to be a distance fight, how many rounds can you give away to Marquez the way he boxes? Alvarado having a better round, but he's not winning this round.
Not winning this round.
Hand speed of Juan Manuel Marquez. He lands the shots, loaded up to right hand. The bell ends the 4th round, another Marquez round. Well, now he's 4 rounds in the hole.
These rounds go by awful fast.
Yes, they do.
Before you know it, you get desperate. So you got to do something to turn the tide a bit.
Now, you know, when I was calling the Mayweather fight a few weeks ago when he was down by 5 in my score sheet after fight, I said, I ain't find out how good the fighter is. And he certainly showed everybody how good he was. Can Alvarado do that sort of thing against Marquez? Well, it would take one big punch to slow Marquez down right now.
Well, we've seen Marquez on the canvas a number of times. Does Alvarado have the stuff to put him there? Now he's trying the southpaw.
And that's always a bad idea for a right-handed fighter to turn southpaw. They lose accuracy, they get hit more.
Marquez keep putting money in the bank, landing that supreme left hook to the body on Mike.
Jab, jab, left hook. Look at that.
There it is again.
Left hook upstairs, then back downstairs. Alvarado gets hit with an uppercut, another uppercut, straight right hand. Alvarado's going to be very frustrated right now as he tries to back Marquez into the corner. Goes for a fairly low body shot,
I thought that was a good body shot by Marquez, and you got to do more of it.
Look at the hand speed of Marquez, man.
Well, it's all relative to your opponent's hand speed.
Well, it's certainly shining tonight against Mike Alvarado. Here's the uppercut from Alvarado when he was in the chest where he wanted to be. There's the uppercut. And right back comes Marquez with an uppercut of his own. Only followed by 2 hooks to the head. Even though he feels the ropes up against his back, there's no desperation for Marquez to get off the ropes, although he slides down now. Mike comes to the uppercut, but he pays with a straight right hand. Everything that Mike Alvarez does is counted by Juan Manuel Marquez. Alvarado doesn't seem to be able to get off first. And I agree with you guys. He needs to just put the ears back and let it fly right now. We're in the 5th round. He's losing this round as well. And there's only 15 seconds left in this round. So he's 5 down. Closing seconds now of the 5th.
Here's Marquez and the signature uppercut. Double left hook, one to the head, one to the body. Double jab. Followed by a right hand, another uppercut. Here's another look at it. Mike Alvarado's actually trying to come back. Seemed like he missed every single shot there.
All right, here we go, round number 6.
You know, Alvarado's strength has been his strength. And he must impose his strength, his size, on Marquez. Otherwise, we're going to see this movie for the next 7 rounds.
Nice jab.
Well, he's trying to impose his will right now, Larry. Let's see how long he can sustain it, though. And we're in the 6th round, and he's given 5 away. If he didn't start like right now, it's going to be too late. He'd have to win every single round the rest of the way, and it's not likely because he can't outbox this guy.
Well, I think Marquez took most of those rounds. He didn't just give them away.
Oh, no. I'm not inferring that at all. But in terms, I'm talking about in terms of just imposing your will. The 6th round, and he's trying to do that, but Marquez is doing a nice job countering it. He's got to keep the pressure on this guy.
And not a single jab. He has to throw a double jab. He's throwing single jabs.
Where's the right hand, Mike? Let it fly. Timothy, you use the term, he's got to let those hands go, and that's exactly what he has to do. And he's not doing it right now. He started out the round all right.
See, Mike is trying to go for the kill. He's trying to land a big, just knockout blow. He needs to let his hands actually fly. Combination punching. Try not to land a hard shot, but just place his shots. Try to land punches.
Well, Marquez is a naturally smaller, quicker guy. Remember, he was a featherweight for a long time. And the bigger guy's got to fight him like the bigger guy to show that.
Juan Manuel Marquez is fighting a perfect fight to my way of thinking. Round 6 with only 27 seconds to go. Again, another better round for Alvarado, but I don't think he's won the round. Not with combinations like this and hits like that. In no time have we seen Marquez get hit like he's hitting Alvarado right now. In this round or any other round. There's a solid shot, but it just, here they go. We're out of time in the 6th round.
The old man went right with him.
There it is.
Here we go to round number 7.
Mike has that on his mind.
The Forum in Los Angeles, California. You're watching Top Rank Boxing. Larry Merchant, Tim Bradley, and I'm the Colonel Bob Sheridan. Glad that you're with us. Our principals, Juan Manuel Marquez, a great champ, future Hall of Famer, giving a boxing lesson to the former champ Mike Alvarado. Look at this, man. Different hand speed throughout. The inability of Alvarado to impose his will. Right hand lead, but just a chopping one. Didn't do any damage to Juan Manuel.
Well, you know, Alvarado's never been what I would call a dynamic puncher. You know, he would just come forward, beat guys up. And Marquez isn't letting him do that right now. And he's trying. Alvarado is trying.
How frustrating is this, Timothy Bradley, when you're giving it all you have like Alvarado is and just nothing's worked?
How would he know?
Yeah, well, hey, yeah,
when does that happen?
well, he can analyze that.
It can be frustrating for a fighter.
There are times during a round
There
when
is
things
times
won't
during
go.
a round when things don't go your way. Yes, there is.
Straight right hand.
Good right hand by Alvarado on the inside.
But now the fight is turning into a bit of a war as Alvarado has tried to impose his will. Uppercut inside. Right back comes Alvarado, but not as clean a punch as what Juan Manuel landed. Mike touches him up with that jab. Oh, why didn't he throw the right hand there?
It was there.
It was there.
Right, now go.
Marquez sets up in front of him, gets off first as he always has been doing. Throws a combination of punches, and Mike comes right through him. He's letting the hands go now, but he hasn't been able to land the clean shot. Decent right hand by Alvarado. Right back comes Marquez. Whoa! Right hand over the shoulder that time of Marquez. Closing seconds now of the 7th. Better action round, but I can't give that to Alvarado.
A really good round right there.
Really good.
Yeah.
As we go to round 8 at the Forum in Los Angeles. Juan Manuel Marquez, Mike Alvarado. Alvarado with his back to you. Juan Manuel facing you. Now to the right of your screen.
Pacquiao, if my memory is correct,
Big right.
knocked Marquez down 5 times in their 4 fights. So he is vulnerable, but Pacquiao does it with quickness, angles, so that Marquez couldn't see the punches coming, and he could see everything coming from Alvarado.
Alvarado's right eye beginning to close up a little bit too, which could become a problem in the next round or so. He hasn't won a round. He's got to land some big shots. As I say that, he's the one that gets clip of the right hand.
I noticed that Freddie Roach, Pacquiao's trainer, is at ringside studying him really closely. How much does he have left? What are we going to face with him the next time?
Right now, Marquez is looking sensational right now.
Yep.
And he still will be tough for Pacquiao as we speak.
Yep.
Halfway through the 8th round, Alvarado's still not imposing his will. He can't. Marquez just continues to outbox him, getting off first, which we expected. And the inability of Alvarado to land the big booming right hand, which he's thrown about, I would say, 6 times and really hasn't landed any of them. Nice left hook that time by Alvarado, but it doesn't shift Marquez. They trade punches. Boy, it's something the way Marquez will dictate at different times, or he'll just stay in there and he'll go ahead and punch with him. He's not afraid to exchange.
I think he already has, entered into his computer that I'm quicker than this guy and I can do that on occasions in the fight.
Right.
I can just stand there and I'm going to hit him more than he's going to hit me, and then we'll go on with the rest of it.
What that does is it discourages your opponent, because anytime he has a good arrive, then you come right back on him and just silence what he just did. And that's what Marquez is doing. Every time Mike tries to throw a combination, Marquez throws right with him and let him know that, hey, I'm here, buddy.
The nature of a great champion fighter. Oh, yeah! And he drops Alvarado. Right hand almost knocked him out of the ring. Counts up to 5 and 6 and 7. Can Mike get up at 8? He does.
Come here, Mike. Mike, come here.
Alvarado got landed with a big shot, and the round is over. How about that, folks? We'll show it to you again.
Wow.
Right on the button. Remember, I don't think he's seeing too well out of his right eye anyway, and that was on the other side. Look at that, right on top of the left eye.
Got him on the way in with a perfect shot. The same shot that was heard and seen around the world when he knocked out Manny Pacquiao. Wow.
Now, when you get knocked down as heavily as that, can you recover in between the rounds when nothing's going your way? This is really tough for Alvarado now. His legs don't look great to me. He comes out and he almost sets up as a southpaw, trying to bounce to get some life back in those legs. And Juan Manuel may be sensing the beginning of the end here.
Well, but he's coming forward.
Alvarado very flat-footed right now.
Now we know why he was holding his gloves up.
Yes, we
The early part of the fight.
Look at him switching to southpaw, which means he can hit more with the right hand. Very patient right now is Juan Manuel. Looking for the clean. And he drops Juan Manuel! How about that? The left hand of Mike Alvarado drops Marquez. How about that, folks? Now can Mike try to finish him off? Although I don't think Juan Manuel was hurt. It was a flash knockdown in his case. Mike has got to go for broke right now if he can. Juan Manuel is right down on his heels. And we're going to pick up the pace. He wants to turn it into a pure six-ball right now. But his legs aren't totally there. Alvarado has got to put pressure on him now, if ever he did, in this fight.
That might have been Alvarado's greatest moment as a prize fighter, coming back from that knockdown in the early round to do that. Let's see if he can follow up on it.
Absolutely.
Well, Marquez is fighting well. The uppercut, he get hit by a right hand, but Marquez's legs are not totally there right now. Not totally. Alvarado must take advantage of this opportunity. Mexican fighter fighting on instinct right now, as is Alvarado, who's got a bad mouse underneath his left eye.
Well, Marquez came to be an aggressive, in-your-face fighter tonight, rather than just the counter-puncher. Maybe as the aftermath of his fight with Tim Bradley, and even how badly he was beaten by Pacquiao until the knockout. And now maybe he's in a fight.
He's in a fight at this moment anyway.
Oh, yes, he is.
Alvarez back and forth like a lion in the cage. Can he catch him with that right hand or perhaps a left hook? Running out of time here now in the 9th round. Oh, look at this. Back comes Marquez. And they go at it, toe-to-toe with 3 seconds to go. Here comes the bell in a terrific round for Alvarado. Slinging right hand, right on the nose.
He's saying, hold hands now, just pick up the pace a little bit more. Everything's fine now. Everything's fine now.
Doble gancho izquierda a la cabeza, como se echa para atrás, no se quita
Saw
ni
that
para atrás, con la derecha, cayendo
head
abajo.
snap to the, this is the very end of the round now when they're going at it again.
Ya no tiene que jugar los gatos. No te escondas, Juan, boxéalo. Y lo que hace en el centro de ir con las manos
3
arriba.
rounds to go. We got a surprise fight, man. We got a war.
Doctor's coming in now. Check on that eye.
Eye is not good, but the doctor says, okay, let it go. Got a lot of Vaseline on it. Well, the fact that Alvarado was able to knock down Marquez has got to give him the hope that he can win this fight now. Both guys are very flat-footed right now.
The way Marquez was moving his legs as he walked in there suggests that he's feeling a little heaviness. Yeah.
I would say very much so, Larry. But does Alvarado have enough to catch him with another right hand? Both guys a bit tentative in the early going. Straight left got through by Alvarado. Alvarado wants to land another right hand if he can. Then Marquez with that left arm down and had the opportunity but couldn't get off. Threw it that time and it whistled across his nose. We're in round 10 at the Forum. It was a one-sided fight through 8 rounds, and all of a sudden Alvarado, via the knockdown, crawls back into the fight to make this very interesting in the last 3 rounds here.
This is why I like to call this prize fighting, not boxing. Prize fighting's a little different.
Oh, this is prize fighting.
And the prize here, a fight with Manny Pacquiao in Macau in November, is a pretty big one.
Multi-million-dollar payday for the winner of this fight. I'll remind you that Marquez is way out in front in this fight.
And he's smart enough to know how to get to the wire without necessarily exposing himself again.
Absolutely.
Right now he's back to outboxing Alvarado. Alvarado waiting and waiting, hoping to land another big right hand. Stiff left hand. No damage done. Alvarado continues to wait as he bobs to the left now. Back from the right. Again, Juan Manuel gets off first. Stops and coming straight in is Alvarado, hoping he can catch him with that right hand there. But that one wasn't as deep on the cheek as the first one was that dropped it. And here they go back at it again. I'll tell you one thing, Marquez will not take a step back. This guy wants to engage, he's willing to engage with him. And like you said, Larry, he didn't have to do that.
You know, back in the day when Herrera, Morales, Prince Nassim were dominating the featherweight scene, it was hard for Marquez to break through because he wasn't perceived as this kind of fighter. He wasn't that kind of fighter, but he's gotten better with age.
Was that a 1 minute round? I had so much anticipation for that round. That thing flew by.
Mouthpiece. Thank you. Box.
So Marquez is going to watch out for the hooks. You're getting hit with hooks. The right hand, as far as I can see, is what caught him. Nacho Beristain has been around a long time. He knows what he's talking about in the corner of Marquez.
He's been with Marquez all through his journey as a prize fighter.
This is the 11th round at the Forum. And again, Marquez gets off first, bounces the head back of Mike Alvarado. Both of these guys are going to know, as Larry says, that they're in a prize fight tomorrow morning when they look in the mirror. A especially Alvarado. Alvarado's still having a tendency to wait, and he can't. He's got to let it go. Got to let his hands go. Back as a southpaw, now getting squared up. Now back as a right-handed fighter.
See Alvarado trying to land that right hand over the top. Marquez just keeps ducking that right hand. He needs to set it up with that left hook. Throw the left hook and throw the right hand behind it.
Got 45-degree angle, and then Marquez throws 3 or 4 punches again. Nice uppercut. Heaviest punch in this round was that uppercut by Juan Manuel Marquez. Seemed to take a lot of toll on Alvarado. Alvarado was down in the 8th round, and then he knocked Marquez down in the 9th round. And well, Marquez's knockdown didn't seem as bad as Alvarado's. There were about 30-second period of time where you got the idea that Alvarado might be able to finish him off, but he couldn't.
Yeah, well, he injected drama and in this fight. And watching it, we think Marquez has it, but we're not sure.
Never know.
I'm sure. I'll commit myself.
Well, we're not as sure as we were before that.
Before the knockdown.
Yeah.
"40 seconds ago, and Marquez outboxing him again. And this is the 11th round. The only round on my score sheet that I haven't given to Marquez was the round in which you get knocked down in. Oh, look at that. He said no because the seat didn't hit the canvas.
I thought his glove might have touched the canvas, and if it did, that
should have been scored as a
knockdown.
Absolutely.
We'll see in the replay.
Closing seconds of the 11th round. Still a Marquez round. This is the 12th and final round.
Well, Marquez is in the position that he has earned. Yeah, he can just make sure that he's not going to get clocked out here.
Is that the nature of the type of fighter he is, though?
Nope.
I don't think so either.
I don't think so.
What you say, Larry, is 100% true. That seems to me more often than not that fighters like this guy will fight to the end.
He learned his lesson when he fought, I believe it was the 3rd fight with Manny Pacquiao. When he cruised, he thought he won.
But for Alvarado, for sure, he can't afford to do anything but just let it go. Can't wait. 1 minute's already gone. His only hope is to knock this guy out. Just waiting here, I get this anticipation that something dramatic is going to happen. Midway through now, the 12th and final round with Juan Manuel Marquez way out in front, and you get the sense
Marquez is not going to let anything happen.
He's not going to let him land that right hand.
No.
You see him just weave one just a minute ago.
Staying away, moving excellently, backing off, ties him up on the ropes. Alvarado trying to give it final blast with that right hand, but can't catch him. Just grazed the jaw with the right hand that time.
Looks like the picture of a beaten warrior, Alvarado, with that eye that's slit open, puffed up.
He is a beaten warrior right now. 40 seconds to go in the fight as he continues to be hurt by shots off the hands of Juan Manuel Marquez. Alvarado is a warrior, but there's inside of 25 seconds to go in the fight. And Marquez is landing shots still. "15 seconds now. Alvarado's just about out of time. And it's Juan Manuel that finishes with the flurry with 6 seconds to go in the fight. He battles right to the end like the warrior that he is. Here's Michael Buffer. Let's make it official now.
Ladies and gentlemen, here at the fabulous Forum of Los Angeles, we go to the scorecards. The winner will be the mandatory #1 challenger to the world title and the new WBO international champion of the welterweight division. Max DeLuca and Julie Letterman score it 117-109. Robert Byrd has it 119-108. All 3 scorecards to the winner by unanimous decision. As we turn the page to another chapter in the story of a boxing legend from Mexico, Juan Manuel Dinamita Marquez.